heat illness is when a child overheats and has symptoms from overheating, a child or adult actually. And so some of the signs and symptoms of heat illness can be increased temperature, headache, extreme fatigue, or if your child's very tired, getting nauseous or vomiting, or not really responding the way that they should, or having muscle cramps. Those can all be signs of heat illness. So if you're planning an all-day event outside, especially in the Houston hot, humid air, to prevent heat-related illnesses, it's very important to, number one, make sure your child goes in very hydrated. So we want to start off making sure your children are not thirsty, they've had plenty to drink, and plan for taking breaks every 10 to 15 minutes to cool off and rest, maybe in the shade. Also plan for some water breaks every 20 minutes. You want children, especially that are running and playing sports, to get about 8 ounces of water every 20 minutes to stay hydrated. And the last thing is just making sure that children don't go from being very sedate to all of a sudden doing a lot of strenuous activity nonstop in the hot air. You want to make sure that they've had a couple of weeks to kind of build up to a lot of activity before they go out and run a full mile, and they haven't done that in a long time. So if your child is showing any signs of heat illness, it's really important to, number one, cool your child down. Get your child in the shade or an air-conditioned area and give them something cool to drink. Water is really, really important. So you can either use water or a sports drink to kind of cool the body and rehydrate the body when you're seeing any signs of heat illness. So heat stroke is when your child overheats to the point where it is a medical emergency. And the signs of a heat stroke is increased temperature over 104, altered mental status, so your child may be not only lethargic but not as aware of what's going on around them. They even might have progressed to seizures or even affect their heart. This is a medical emergency. It's very important to immediately cool the child down. In the case of a heat stroke, it's really important that the child gets emergency attention by dialing 911.